my fellow handicappers. This is Weekend Handicapper from weekendhandicapper.com. It is that time of year again, the 2021 Kentucky Derby, one of the best days in racing. Man, I'm so excited because this is a wide open Kentucky Derby race. Anybody's guess, anybody's bet as good as any so-called expert and analyst. Your guess is as good as most people. But I'm going to give you my 2 cents, and hopefully that 2 cents can be turned into a lot more than 2 cents. I'm going to go through the entire field real quick, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to give you my picks and who and how I'm going to bet this year's Kentucky Derby on Saturday, May 1st, race number 12, going a mile and a quarter, the Run for the Roses. About 6:57 Eastern Standard Time is when the post is going to take place. It's shaping up to be nice weather-wise. We're going to have some rain on Wednesday, maybe some Thursday, but by the time the Kentucky Derby rolls around on Saturday afternoon, should be low 70s and sunny. Just beautiful weather, fast and firm. Let's hope so, because this race is hard enough. We don't need to handicap for an off track. All right, let's get going. Number 1, Known Agenda. Known Agenda, trained by Todd Pletcher. Hey, if you just bet a Todd Pletcher horse, Doug O'Neill horse, or Bob Baffert horse, you have an excellent chance of cashing a Kentucky Derby win bet, because those 3 gentlemen have been dominating here this century with their horses in the Kentucky Derby. So Known Agenda. Historically, the 1 post is not where you want to be in the Kentucky Derby, but this year is a little different. They got a new starting gate, and supposedly it doesn't hinder the inside horses, and certainly the first post position, the 1 hole, like it used to. They say, we'll see, but I'm going to stay away from this horse just in case history continues, because historically that's not a good thing where your horse is drawing the 1 post. Even I saw an interview with Todd Pletcher, the trainer, and he wasn't happy. I don't think he was, all lost, but yeah, still a factor, I think. And until a horse proves otherwise, I'm going to stay away from the number 1 horse, Known Agenda. Number 2, Like the King, coming from Turfway Park, 50-1 long shot. Whew. Hard to make a case for this horse in the win position, but definitely in tries and supers you might want to include. Number 3, Brooklyn Strong, got into the race because other horses defected. They either couldn't race due to health issues or decided not to race in the Kentucky Derby and skipped it. So Brooklyn Strong draws in at 50-1. Same thing with Like the King. Use 3rd and 4th spot maybe, but I doubt I can see this horse winning. 5, Sainthood. It's a pass for me. I know some think this is a live long shot, but not me. Number 6, Obesos. This is an interesting horse. I skipped number 4, excuse me. Keep Me in Mind. Keep Me in Mind is a closer that had some hype early on. Seemed like it likes Churchill, but that was early on, so it should like the track all right. It had some weather issues down in Oaklawn Park, so that last race, it was a little rusty, maybe toss that out. If this horse gets a lot to run at in terms of pace, and by the way, check out my pace scenario video of the 2021 Kentucky Derby. I'll put a link in the card above in this video. You could check out how I think the pace is going to unfold and how that factors in how you might want to bet it. But keep me in mind is if it gets enough pace to close in on, then definitely you might want to include this horse underneath in your exotic wagers. At 50-1, it's going to increase the payouts for sure. But this is one of those other horses that needs a lot of pace to close in on. As number 6, we talked about Sainthood, but number 6, Obesos, Kisses. The O comes from Orb, who won the Kentucky Derby. Besos is, of course, Spanish for kisses. It's 20-1. Same with number 4, Keep Me in Mind. If it has a lot of pace to run at, this is a live long shot. And it's going to be interesting how the pace is going to unfold. Sentimental factor, trainer Greg Foley, local connections to Churchill Downs. So there's probably going to be a lot of people rooting for that horse, local interest, in the hopes that he wins. But definitely a live long shot. I can't see it winning, but maybe in third or fourth position. Number 7, Mandaloon. Very intriguing horse. If you could throw out, it's not coming into the race like you probably wanted to be coming in winning the Derby prep race. I think it finished like 6th or something in the fairgrounds, at fairgrounds last time. But it's trained by trainer Brad Cox. Shouldn't mind the distance at 15-1. I think this horse has a decent shot to win. Bob Baffert. If people's gonna ask, does Bob Baffert have a horse in this race? He does. Medina Spirit or Medina Spirit, number 8. It's always been a good horse. It's 15-1 morning line. I hope you get that kind of price on it. I think the Bob Baffert factor is gonna bring it down some. This horse is gonna be out front. Now, whether it can sustain that early pace, sustain that early lead, and prevail and get the distance with all these other really good horses coming after it, I don't know. But at 15-1, I wouldn't blame you for putting a few bucks on those connections and that early pace advantage that Medina Spirit should have. Number 9, Hot Rod Charlie, another West Coast horse, the winner of the Louisiana Derby. It's 8-1 morning line. Trainer Doug O'Neill, who I said is one of those 3 trainers that has won the Kentucky Derby. He's won twice with Nyquist, and I'll have another. So definitely a contender. Number 10, the number 10 horse, Midnight Bourbon, a good hunch play. So I'm afraid in Kentucky you might get over, this horse's odds might come down just because of the name factor, the hunch play. But Midnight Bourbon is a good, consistent horse, going to be near the front or on the front end with Medina Spirit. Hopefully those two don't wear each other out if you like number 10, Midnight Bourbon. But it's a consistent horse. Definitely use. It has a chance to win, but definitely use in your Zactus, Trifectas, and Superfectas. Number 11, Dynamic One. This horse is growing on me. 20-1. Ran a good Wood Memorial up there at Aqueduct. I think this horse has a really good chance of factoring in the exotics. Doubt if it can win. Wouldn't be surprised if it won, but it has a really good chance of winning or factoring in your Zactus Trifecta. Superfectas. Number 12, Helium. I'm not sold on this horse at 50-1, so I'm going to pass on Helium. Number 13, Hidden Stash. 50-1, another bomb. Good luck if you can factor that in, but it might factor in underneath in the exotics. Number 14, Essential Quality. If you've been watching my videos for the past year or so, or ever since the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, I've been a fan of this horse. It's 2-1 morning line. Then you got the Mattress Mac, or whatever his name is, down in Texas. Supposedly going to bet like $2 to $4 million win bet on this horse. So the odds is going to be not what you want. Luckily, I got a win bet, or a future bet, I should say, early on Essential Quality. So I feel pretty good about that, but I'm not that confident about this horse at all, y'all. I'll be straight up with you. Yeah, I'm a fan. It's made me quite a bit of money so far. I wish it could win one more time in the biggest stage of all. My win bet's already made, right? The future bet. So I'm not even going to bet a win bet on this horse on Derby Day because the odds are going to be not what they should be on this horse. I would never take a low price on this horse in this race. But hopefully my future bet comes through. I got to stick with Essential Quality. Hopefully it wins, but I'm not that confident in it. But I gotta, what is it, dance with whoever you went to the dance with, or whatever that saying is. Number 15, Rock Your World. Rock Your World Santa Anita Derby winner. Getting a lot of hype. One of those wise guy horses. This horse was impressive in the Santa Anita Derby, and it could be just as impressive in the Kentucky Derby. 5-1 though is probably going to be your second choice, more than likely. I'm going to try to beat it though. Try to beat it. If it beats me, which means beats Essential Quality or the other horse that I'm going to bet, which I'll tell you about at the end of the video, so be it. But I'm going to try to take a stand against Rock Your World. Number 17, or number 16, excuse me. Number 16 we got to look at, and that is King's Fury, named after the boxer Tyson Fury. It's one of those that benefited from a defection, got into the race, trained by trainer Kenny McPeak. Jockey Brian Hernandez Jr. is the jockey. To me, if it wins, I'll be happy, and here's why. Because I was a big fan of Art Collector in the 2020 Kentucky Derby. Brian Hernandez Jr. was the jockey of that horse. The horse got scratched, didn't end up running in the Kentucky Derby. So I feel good that this jockey gets another chance on this horse. King's Fury certainly got a chance at 20-1. That's for sure. Number 17, Highly Motivated. This is the horse that gave Essential Quality all it could handle in the Bluegrass Stakes at Keeneland. So I think this horse is sitting on a big race. So definitely include this horse in your exactas and win bets. And at 10-1, I think that's really good odds on this horse. Really good value. It could be coming out party for trainer Chad Brown, and Highly Motivated, the number 17. Could be peaking at the right time. Number 18, Super Stock, won the Arkansas Derby. I didn't see that coming. It's got a really good story, family connections with the Steve Asmussen barn and family. Definitely has a shot at 30-1. I think that's a live long shot for sure. The way that this race is shaping up, I think, has an outside chance, even though I'm not going to bet it to win, but I wouldn't blame you for betting Super Stock. And number 19, Soup and Sandwich, one of my live long shots at 30-1 for trainer Mark Cassey. I think it's early speed, could be a factor, and could win at a big price. And then number 20, Bourbonic, another hunch play whose odds of 30-1 might get bet down big time because of the name, including the name Bourbon in it, in Kentucky. It won the Wood Memorial at a huge price. So it's a big price, not as big. Well, we'll see when final odds come around. But maybe it's coming late underneath in your tries and supers, but I don't think this horse, I'm not going to include it in the win position. So how am I going to bet the 2021 Kentucky Derby? I've been a fan of Essential Quality all along, got a future bet on it, so I got to stick to my guns. Why give up on an undefeated horse that has done nothing wrong? But man, I'm not that confident in this horse. The way it won its last race, it won though, in the Bluegrass. I have faith in the connections, but I hate that the price is going to be so low. But hey, I can't. Why would I give up on a horse that has won pretty much every race, or has won every race I bet on? Didn't bet on every race that it ran because its odds were so ridiculously low. But man, win one more time for me. One more time, Essential Quality. But I'm not that confident in it. Now, another horse that I'm going to put some money on is another Brad Cox horse, the 7 Mandaloon. Some people might say, what in the world? Didn't you watch that last race? I did. I'm going to forgive it, though. I think it won't have no problem with the distance. I love the post position for this horse. I think the pace is going to set up pretty good for it. And hopefully at 15-1 or somewhere around there, it will make a nice win bet if it's stablemate Essential Quality doesn't get it done. So I'm going to go with the number 7 and the number 14 horse. So, and if they had a 21 horse in there, I might go with that. Just keep the pattern going. So in the 2021 Kentucky Derby, I already got a nice win bet, future bet on Essential Quality. Hopefully that can come through. If not, hopefully Mandaloon, the number 7 horse, can get it done. But it's wide open. It's wide open. Stay tuned for exacta video. Stay tuned. Check out my Derby pace analysis video and all the other videos that pertain to the 2021 Kentucky Derby. And if you're new to horse racing, if you're trying to figure this difficult game out, I appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and notification bell to Weekend Handicapper this YouTube channel so you can get all the latest tips, tools, and resources help you win money on thoroughbred horse racing. Leave a comment below who you like in this year's very difficult, very wide open Kentucky Derby. And until next time, happy handicapping, smart wagering.